I wonder if you could get that.
Make that change. Where's the camera picture? Oh, that stops the video. What does that do?
Oh. Oh, no, I do.
Yeah, I'm dangerous when I push buttons.
Now. I might have shut them off.
Okay. Well, I guess we're 6 o'clock. Are we all good? Yep. You okay? Okay, 6 o'clock. I call this meeting to order. Need a motion to approve the agenda.
I so move.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Say pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Stuff public comment. Public comment.
Hi guys, my name is Drake Riddle, and I just have a quick question. This is for Judy Clark over here. Why do you always vote no on approving the amended minutes?
Because I think the more detail there is in the minutes, the better it is. And that's been proven numerous times with lawsuits and other things and going back and checking to see what was said in a meeting. That's why I always vote no. Because all these crossing out doesn't do any good.
Are you aware that, okay, so are you suggesting that we go against IBIS guidelines?
What's IBIS?
Or sorry, IPIB?
That's not IPIB guidelines. The IPIB guidelines are just what has to be in there. It doesn't say you can't put more in. I was a county auditor for almost 30 years.
Well,
so
are you
I
the
know.
county auditor now, ma'am?
No, I'm not, but I know what should be in the minutes, Drake.
Was that an attitude that I hear from the manager?
No, I'm just telling you what it's true.
And we've talked about that a lot, but as far as discussion and the minutes, it's very hard to stay objective with discussion because it can go every which way. And we've talked about this at length. Putting some discussion, but not all, is not objective. So we've talked about that a lot, yeah.
We have a difference of opinion.
And then since you said you have been voting no, my question is, why in the official book of minutes down in the auditor's office have you been the one to sign them? Not the chairman, which has been precedent.
Because it's permissible.
What do you sign, Judy? Do you sign the official minutes?
I sign the minutes that are taken.
So they're not the ones
But they're
we
not
vote
our
on?
minutes that you're
No,
signing.
the other
So they're
minutes.
being signed,
They're being
the
signed.
minutes that are voted against by the board are being signed
Yes.
by you?
Yes,
When did that come about? When did you start that?
I've been doing it for quite a while.
I
It's
thought
permissible.
we left this to
It's
be,
been checked out with the state.
Who at the state?
Who?
Was it Brennan?
when?
Yeah, was it the Attorney General?
That's part of it, the state auditor. Yes.
I don't know that I.
There's no
I
reason.
know. I'm not trying to, but I just don't think that's right.
Well,
I mean,
how's
It's okay,
it-
I'm signing the minutes that I approve, that I am
So the-
approving of,
but
that
what
you are
about
not
our-
approving
but
of.
what
those
about
are-
the
I've-
board's, hang on, Drake.
Yeah.
But what
Because-
about the board minutes that are approved by the board? That's what should be signed, not
So how's
your,
your-
not your version.
No,
In
it's not my version.
In the
Well, it is.
In the
your version.
newspaper,
Just-
No, it's the one that's published
It's
in
not,
the
it's not
newspaper.
voted on, no.
So
It's
when-
not approved.
There's nothing that says they have to be voted on.
when did
voted
all
by
this,
law.
when was all this discussed and?
It was not
done?
discussed, Jacob.
It was done in the dark?
No, it wasn't
Yeah,
done
it
in
was
when
the
was
dark.
it
I
done?
just
closed doors,
started doing
evidently,
it.
because you didn't bring it to the board.
The state
board had-
auditor needed them signed, and so I signed them.
In the last, however many years, 150 years, how many times has this happened?
I don't know.
Zero.
Other
Okay.
supervisors have signed over
They've
the
signed minutes
years.
that were not board approved, ever, in the history of Page County? You think they have?
I can't tell you, I haven't been here that many years, Jacob.
I thought you were the auditor, ma'am, as you said earlier.
Do you want to
should
be
know
smart,
that.
Drake?
Oh, yes, I do, if you're gonna be smart with everyone else.
Just, this is alarming.
I don't
didn't-
like your attitude.
I don't like yours either, ma'am.
So this was done,
Okay.
hold on, I just want to understand what's going
I
on.
think you can stop this, Jacob,
I'd
now.
like to understand what's going on, because I didn't fully understand this. I thought we were waiting on all this to get fixed, so you have been signing the
You're
minutes
waiting on it to get fixed. How's it gonna get fixed?
with these being adjusted, what we voted on, then I'll sign them.
No, they're not.
They're not gonna get
No.
done, even though we voted and
The others
passed.
are being published in the newspaper.
As the unofficial minutes with my name at the bottom, so is your name at the bottom of the minutes?
It
to
is in the
sign?
ones that are signed.
So when did that happen? When did that discussion happen, or
I
that,
don't know, Jacob.
you did this in the dark?
No, I didn't do it in the dark.
Who did it then?
The state auditor needed them signed and they were,
So,
You did look at these minutes,
yeah.
yeah,
and looked at them earlier.
and I thought they were gonna be fixed. When I saw it, I thought we're waiting for fixing them.
We're not fixing
So-
anything.
So you've been doing this,
The minutes, according to the Code of Iowa, there is nothing in the minutes that says they have to be approved.
so you're taking unapproved minutes and signing them without talking with the board about it?
So
I
why
am.
do we even go through the approval process? I mean, if they
I
don't
don't
have
know.
to be approved, why not just take that for the agenda? and
Well, I
just-
think this needs to be investigated
off.
by the Attorney General. I think that they should, that's who needs to investigate, because there's code about these things, so. Anyway, well, thank you for bringing that to our attention.
And then I also have another quick question about the minutes, on why the official minutes are not being posted on the website, and they are the unofficial minutes that have Chairman Holmes's name, since you have been the one signing the official minutes.
Just the way it is, I guess.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll have to look into that. Okay. So, anybody else have public comment? If not, JD can go.
Good evening, JD King, Page County Engineer. Beautiful day in Page County. Hopefully it dried out some more. The engineer update went out Tuesday afternoon, as I recall, and it was written probably Tuesday noonish. Weather-dependent operations based on the rain. So Monday, some of the blades were in, some of the blades were working. Ones on the western side came into the shop. The eastern blades worked because they didn't get quite the rain over east. Tuesday, everybody was into the shop. We were burning stuff. And then the rest of the week, when things are fit, and things are fit, we were out blading, hauling rock to 3 or 4 trucks based on personnel. And we were spray patching, but not during the rain, of course. Burning, the mowers were running, the mowers have been running. We're on the pavements, we'll get around to the pavements. And that'll include the cemeteries out in the county. It's our goal before Memorial Day. Motor grader number 2, the Hepburn machine is back. That was the rebuilt one, was burning oil, and they worked over the engine. One of the cylinders was scored and the rings were bad. So we have a reason that it was burning oil, and they fixed that. We're gonna put a reman transmission in the truck tractor, the International truck tractor. And we had a Mack with Allison, transmission issues, which is a concern, but it turned out to be a sensor issue. And that's, I'm not sure if that's back in Mohawk, but it wasn't, it's not a transmission problem, it was a sensor problem. And we're getting parts for the Batwing's running. And the spray rig and the weed commissioner are spraying, they're spraying. Earlier this week, we poured twice on the south rail, the open rail, and they're moving forms across. Next week, two concrete placements will take care of the open rail there. The pipe delivery, that's the T, is in the yard. On Tuesday, Prime had an estimate for the redigging of the 48-inch pipe. I sent it back to the sub on Wednesday. I need more detail to put it in the extra work order for the DOT's purposes. And so the bridge has a little bit of concrete work to do yet, and some stripping of forms and cleanup. I would anticipate open to traffic in July. Shouldn't be a problem. It's this week, no, next week is final plan turn-in for the Essex North job. Everything is all green checked and in the process for an August letting, but we won't let them start until October, November, based on harvest. The 180th Street has had numerous complaints about, we were aware of that, we put some rock on it, and we're gonna continue to work that. That was, one of those that was pulled in that wasn't part of the FM rock haul. And that'll take us up to the
Voucher?
agenda item. The agenda item is the final payment for the Rock Hall parent, FM parent 148. We didn't use, we were short about 100 tons of rock. So the authorized amount, the award, the contract award is higher than the actual amount that we used. But, so this will take care of the retainage on that job. And so I need a motion to approve the final voucher and 3 signatures on the 3rd page from each of the, that's the way the system's set up this time.
Okay. I see that, a motion on that?
Make a motion that we approve this voucher. Do I need to state the voucher? I guess. Voucher for project FM C073148 for granular resurfacing on FM routes, spring 2024.
Okay, got a motion?
Second it.
A second, any discussion on that? Not, we can vote on that, we can sign it.
Yes.
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 You have a special one signed there?
No, I don't have a special one, I just have one.
You have one? Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Okay. All right. You got what you need there?
We do still have a budget amendment to get done, and I've talked to the auditor, she's gonna set that up. We have selected a blade operator for the Northborough shed, but they won't start till June. So, questions for me?
When was the estimate on the rock back at Bradleyville to have more road rock? I forget. When they'll have another pile, is it July or in June? Or when's-
The stripping crew is there now.
Okay,
I would hope if they get the crushing crew in June.
June,
We
so that's
certainly
the
need.
rock. Okay, I was wondering about that.
Mr. Schilberg did stop by Clarinda yesterday, came in the office, and he was just making a social call, and I reminded him that we can't buy rock if he doesn't have it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Thank you.
Okay. Next up, 6, we have the solar ordinance he's working on. Let's see here. I got what you emailed out, Todd, with all the highlights on it. I didn't,
What did you say?
I said I got the one that he emailed out, he worked on.
Right.
And, my printer isn't color, so it didn't print all the different colors on the issues there, so.
And I didn't get,
I think we're still looking to see about, like, the application fees,
Yeah,
and I didn't reach out, because I
I
thought maybe you
reached out
guys
to
were going
Mills County,
to,
but I didn't get the information.
okay.
well, not like the noise section, like we've talked about this, I myself think that should just be whatever is right, should be right across the board on the noise. Whether, no matter what people are building, commercially, so.
Why are we doing 2,600 feet? I mean, why do you want to do, when Mills County has 300 feet, why are you suggesting 2,600 feet? This is totally different from a windmill blade.
I just went off of what they had for their, so Mills County had that for their parks and their,
But they have 300 feet
That they allow
in their ordinance.
but
2,600.
why wouldn't a park be the same as a non-participating person?
Yeah. They don't want them that close to the park, I would guess, to make the
I mean,
park.
they don't want them next to the park.
But what are they gonna hurt? You're gonna have,
And they
you're
can
gonna
wait.
have fencing, or
They
you're gonna
can-
have trees, or you're gonna have something around them. So why 26, why a half a mile? That's what people keep asking.
Well, like the wind ordinance, we did the same as the parks.
And I'm fine with, you know, they can waive it, or they can talk to their neighbor, and it's not a big deal, then people aren't gonna, it's up to the
And what
person,
if the
it's up to
person
the
won't waive
person.
it?
That's their, I mean, I guess that's their right, they don't want it that close to their property.
No, it kinda goes
Doesn't
what-
that person have any rights?
They have rights, but 26, a half a mile?
If it's non-intrusive, I would guess they would waive it, but
What if they do it just because they don't like their neighbor?
I don't know, what if somebody
And-
puts up stuff because they don't like their neighbor, I don't know, I mean, it goes both ways on that, so. They just wanna bother them with something, I don't know. Whatever consideration is given to a park should be given to anybody who owns property. If the park only needs 300, then it'd be different, but it's the same situation on the wind, I think, so. The fee issue, I've not got a good handle on what all those are either. I don't know yet what that should be.
I'll try again this week, get from Mills County and maybe a couple others if we can.
Fremont actually had theirs in their ordinance. We could look at
Right.
it, you know, we can compare that to whatever Mills is. But I don't have a handle on exactly all the fees. Well, that's kind of the height, I think is okay. That kind of, the other things is there. The distance of, from the non-participating would also act as a notice, because then they would at least have to notify everybody within a half mile. Some kind of a notice.
Which we talked about having public meetings, and I think they should be required to notify the neighbors of any project within the 2,600 feet, I guess, if it's gonna be within that.
And the neighbors to this project have all currently even come in and talked to us, so they have no issue with it.
No issue with it, so that's,
So, hadn't-
I guess the 2,600 feet was just more of a, so some people may, if you go off the property line, say you went 300 feet off the property line, well, some people might build right on their property line. And maybe this would give them a little bit of space. A lot of people aren't right on their property line either, so they're, you know, like I said, that was just something that I went off of what they do for parks, because I thought, why would parks and recreational areas have the same
Because if your farm,
setback as not your private property?
yeah. Okay, well then we need to figure out some fees. That does need to be figured out, because that's an important part of it. So if we see what Mills County is, we see what anybody else's fees are to get just a handle on the variety of fees and what people have done, and look at that. So we need to get fees. So any other issues? This is something I,
And I would encourage, I would encourage people, who are listening, or people that are interested in this, to come to the meetings, talk about it, give us some input, and, not just if contact Judy, but contact all of us, or come to the meetings so we can talk about it. But, this is the opportunity to talk through this and help us try to get it right.
yeah,
And, so I'm definitely looking for the input from the citizens
yeah.
and not trying to,
We had somebody come talk to us once a few years ago about, and I don't know if this applies to this is just something that was talked about a TIF, or setting aside a district with roads in that district so that the county could use for a certain amount of time for specific project money generated for the, whatever roads are identified.
I'm not sure how a TIF,
I don't know either.
I'm not sure how a TIF works with,
Solar.
a solar
I don't know
project
either.
at
That might be
this
something
time.
to investigate.
They're mainly used for residential, and they were industrial, but that changed a long time ago, so I don't know,
They were,
can look at that.
yeah, it'd be something just to investigate. A few years ago, somebody came in and talked about that.
I did have a phone call yesterday from a gentleman who had moved here from Idaho, and lives south of Clarinda, asking a lot of questions, and he said his concern with solar was the use of water, a lot of water, and I explained to him what had been explained to us, that it was in Nevada. He said California, and I said it's Nevada where they use a lot of water. These do not use water. So he said, oh, well, that's good to know. So, anyway,
All
yeah.
right. Well, that's good. Well, I just, not sure who to, have to look back and see if I can figure out who that was that came and talked to us about this, so we can figure that out, if there's an option there to look into, so I'll write that down. Okay, anything else? Let's figure out for next week. If not, then we do have, guess we have board, oh, you got something? Yeah.
Cindy Templeton. I know that you're looking at the Mills County ordinance, but I've been going back and while I'm driving and listening to some old meetings. And one of the meetings, it was during the wind thing, somebody mentioned that somebody in Madison County had said, make sure you have your ducks in a row. And I don't know even who said that, but it was a meeting one time. And I know you guys have said that the Madison County ordinance, which I have printed out, was too restrictive, and that's fine. But another thing, so I went and looked up Madison County, and I saw where they had to go back and change their wind ordinance. So maybe they learned something from the adversities of the wind ordinance in their county. And that's maybe why they were
More careful.
maybe that's why their solar ordinance was written a little more restrictive, because they felt like, okay, we learned from this other issue that we had. So I guess I would just say, I would like to see Page County learn from their prior experiences in the ordinances that they've written. And I'm not saying you have to do this, the Madison County one, but just to learn from what's happened in our prior ordinance and use that as you move forward on the solar,
Right.
okay?
Madison County's ordinance has a lot of, many things that are gonna be, are the same, or, I don't think they're too restrictive on many, but it's very detailed. some of it doesn't apply to us in some ways, so that part wouldn't matter.
I just wanted to mention that
Is that right?
I had heard that in some of the old meetings that, the Madison County had said that, make sure you have your ducks in a row, so.
That's right, we always want to do it
Thank you.
right. Yeah, thank you. Okay, keep comparing, that's what we'll do. Anything else on that? Board communication, what do we have there? Let's see, it's
I've got a Zion meeting Monday, Board of Health meeting Monday, West Central meeting Tuesday. I think that's it.
well, that's a few,
Yeah, a
a
few.
busy week.
Yep.
Okay. Anything you think about for next
And-
week? We do.
Me and Judy both attended the conservation meeting
Yeah.
Tuesday. So,
Did they figure anything out down there?
They're working on it.
Working on? Okay. Okay. Nothing else? We've got claims here, passed around. Been gone through. Do we have a motion on the claim?
I move that we approve the claims.
1 second.
A motion, a second on the claims, any discussion on them? Hold on.
Oops, yes.
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 Okay, got that down. All right. Let's see here. Where's the difference? Got that. There's a couple.
So with the minutes, I'm not sure it does any good to even talk about it.
Yeah, well, did you see there the word groundbreaking, and this might have been easy to misunderstand, but it says Holmes went to landfill groundbreaking. I didn't go to the groundbreaking, they broke ground at the landfill, so I said, it's okay, it's just, I just crossed out the word groundbreaking and just put meeting there.
Okay.
Because I didn't attend the groundbreaking, just said it was happening. Okay, see that, a motion on the minutes?
I'll make a motion that we pass the amended minutes for Iowa Board guidelines, Public Information Board guidelines, sorry.
Okay, I'll second that.
Yes.
No.
Yes. All right, let's see, well, that's it.
I move to adjourn.
I second.
Second to adjourn, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right. Just all do that. I don't think I did this. Shoot. I don't think I did this right. I hope that recorded, because I don't think I hit the button right. Yeah. Did it record, you think? No, not that, I mean the Zoom. I don't think. Okay, good, because I don't think I got that right. Still recording? Okay. He's gonna, Chris.